Hello. Hello, Katie. Hello. Hello, Jess. Hello. Oh, I got the mosquitoes at me when I was walking Chelsea. Welcome in, everybody. The lighting's different too, even on my face, huh? I swear it makes me look younger. Welcome in, all you beautiful people. Jess, I just uploaded on TikTok, and I'll do it. I'll probably do it on YouTube as well. My wind chime that started to light up. I just did a beautiful color therapy with a song on it. Y'all go check that out. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, for some reason there, that's better. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. How many of you might be new? How many of you are following me over from the Tiki-Taki? Hello, Lucy. Hello, Rosalind. Hello, hi. It just says hi. I'm not sure what is your name? You're a member. I see that. It just says hi. I know. What is your name? You're a member. You're a monthly member. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Katie Bugs. Hello, Tiffany. Hello, Louise. Hello, Kevin. We're going to have a members only live. Now that I'm almost totally unpacked and decorated, we're going to do a members only live. But what is your name? Hello, Lori. You're new here, Rosalind, but followed me on the TikTok. They're a monthly member, Jess. They got a star by their name. Rhonda. Hello, Snickerdoodles. So Rhonda's a member. How weird. We'll get her figured out. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Margie. Rhonda is her name. She's got a star next to her name, so she must be a member, but all I saw was the name hi. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you are new coming over from the TikTok, welcome in. You're way over 18. Well, she's got the star. So welcome in members, welcome in regular followers, and welcome in new people. Welcome in. Don't you guys agree that the lighting, even on my face, is better here? Everything is better here. Hello, Angeline. No, you're not bringing drama. Your name popped up as hi, and the mods are just trying to make sure that you're not a minor, because we don't have minors in here. Hello, Kathy. Yeah, make sure you see that new TikTok. It was just so pretty. I had to go out there and do a video of it with my new, it's a new and improved wind chime, solar wind chime. Hello, Dina. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to clear the energy in a moment. I'm going to make a couple of announcements. We're going to pull a couple of collective cards, and then I'm hoping to do mediumship demonstration. That's what I'm hoping for. Welcome in. If you go to my website, pamsears.com, at the top, it is relaxing. It is relaxing compared to where I came from. The top of my website is my link tree. All my social media is there. Follow me on all my social media. And there's also a link called Code Purple. If any one of you are having a mental health crisis, I think she's been a member for a while. Margie, it didn't show up here that she just joined tonight. Anyway, there's a link called Code Purple. If you're having a mental health issue, there's resources, there is contact information. You are not alone. Please don't suffer in silence. If you guys could tap the screen, I gotta go get my water. My water. I can't believe I did that. Hey, make sure you guys subscribe. I'll be back on here on Thursday. You joined last week. Okay. Welcome in, all you beautiful people. Took me all day to build a new desk. It's not really a desk. It's more like just a table. But it gives me a whole bunch more room. How many of you people went and saw, I just uploaded it before I came on here. Let me know what you think. It's a peaceful color therapy. I'm going to put it on Evolve because we have a beautiful, we're birthday twins. She's a color therapist and I want to put that on there and tag her. Isn't that cool? Actually, Pam did a reading for me about 2 months ago. My brother was the Cracker Jack boy. Oh my God, I remember that. Your brother was the Cracker Jack boy. You know, I always forget about things, but when somebody reminds me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That was fun. Let me make a couple of announcements. I have a Zoom group coming up this coming Wednesday. I think there are 2 or 3 openings. There is a total of 6 people. It's very intimate, very intimate. Everyone gets a session, and it's going to be at 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on Wednesday. If you are interested in wanting to join, send me an email. The first people that pay will be registered. I have another one December 13th. Hello, Letty, welcome in. December 13th will be another Zoom event. I believe that's on a Saturday, like 2 o'clock, Margie, if I remember correctly. So I am doing monthly Zooms. Sometimes if I fill up really fast, I'll do another one. Hello, Joanne. All right, so you guys, if you go to my website, of course, you can go to Amazon as well. These are my 3 books. No Nap. I wrote it for my grandson, Xander. He's in timeout because he doesn't want to take a nap, so he threw a temper tantrum. But a wonderful thing happens while he's in timeout. His spirit guides show up. They help him understand why naps are important, how to say sorry to mom and dad. And in the back page is dedicated to parents so that parents can stay open to the fact that our little ones see, hear, and know spirit. My first book, Whispers of the White Dove, is my inspirational poetry. This is years and years of poetry, okay? The second book, Heart of the White Dove, I was a hospice worker for 9 years. There's hospice stories. There's the cancer journey. There are some spiritual channeled short stories and a few poems. All right. Please go check them out. The holidays are coming. I do have a 4th book, my 2nd children's book that I'm writing for my grandson, Leo. we have to wait for the illustrator. So she's booked. She's busy. We're going to use the same illustrator that did Xander's book. Okay? All right. So go to Amazon. Check them out. If any of you have ordered my books and you haven't left a review, would you please leave a review? Okay? Let's clear the energy. I'm going to pull a couple of collective cards. So I was going to say, Jess, I look much better being back here versus up there, right? Welcome in, everybody. I hope you will subscribe. Here's my brass Tibet bowl. I know. I was like, Jess, and you're like, Pam, back up a little bit. I do have some wind chimes on my patio. I had to make do. It's stucco, and I don't have any way of like hanging them. I bought wind chime poles. They're hanging on the pole. It just came out beautiful. All right. So tell me where you might feel this in the body. If anyone is in need of healing energy, I always call upon the universal healing energy to flood the life. All you have to do is claim it. I claim it. Shields up. All right. Tell me where you might feel this. Where's everybody from? I moved back to Central Arizona. I think I'm going to travel. Down the road is an airport. Yeah. I'm going to do some in-person gallery events here as well. Can't wait to get started with that. I mean, I had to give myself time to decorate and get moved and unpacked and... Well, you can really see the gray. Look, guys. Yeah, I'm proud of that gray. And just a reminder, you must be 18 or over to be in the chat, please. Thank you. I knew that was coming. All right, let's pull a couple of collective cards, all right? And then I'm hoping to do a mediumship demonstration. Now, if you guys want a guaranteed reading, yeah, I have earned every single gray. I have. Look at that. It's really mainly on the sides. Anyway, if you don't need to claim the cards, don't claim it. It's okay. Those are money shots. So what was I just getting ready to say? I've opened my books for the rest of November because I closed all of November because I didn't know what was happening with the move. Margie has been helping me a lot, and so thank you for helping me with the orders, because you know what? I'm not a Prime member. How many of you all are Prime members? I don't do Prime. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Silverback Gorilla. Here's our second card. I don't know. It's like I'm not a Costco. Hello, Melissa. I'm not a Costco member. Why would I go spend that kind of money when I don't buy in bulk like families do? Anyway, I do like some of their stuff. All right, so here we go. Here's the second card. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you don't, like I said, if you don't connect to these, don't worry about it. So I have some openings the end of the week and into next week, if you guys are interested. All right, here's the first card. Ooh, Spirit Guardian of Summer, expansion. Spirit Guardian of Summer. Get ready for expansion. We are all expanding. We are all... Big hugs to you, Karen. Should you even be on watching if you're recovering from eye surgery? We're all expanding. You guys aren't they pretty? I love them being so sharp. Aren't they pretty? The color FX. All right, here's the second one. Ooh, so this one says expansion. Hello, everyone. And celebration. Celebration. Hello, Lori. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Maybe. I know I'm going to do in-person gallery readings here. When I was in Prescott, it's a good old boy town, and they didn't really accept me. Anyway, so get ready for expansion and celebrate that expansion. Celebrate that expansion. Does that make sense? All right, so gotcha. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It is what it is. But when I moved there, everybody was in lockdown from COVID anyway. And that got me started on TikTok. As a matter of fact, no, them bikers weren't raving over them nails. Hello, Flo. No, I was telling everybody that I was on the corner walking my dog, and there was all these rough and tough motorcyclists just revving those engines at each other. I don't know what possessed me. I said, hey, what the hell? Really? I said, really, people? Because my dog was freaking out. I said, really? And the people looked at me like, dang, chill out, woman. I say what's on my mind. That's just who I am. Hey, and if anybody has had a session with me and they want to, hello, Miss Penny. I thought about you today. I thought about you. We need to get together and do a lunch or something. Yeah, I got spicy. Standing on the corner, yelling at them bikers because my poor dog was having a fit. Everybody was like, damn, what are you screaming at them for? They don't have to act like assholes. Oops, sorry, I'm not supposed to cuss on here. Yes, let's plan something where we can either, if it's better for lunch or early dinner, whatever, Penny, you know the places around here that are really good. One of my favorite places, I want to say it, is Pita Jungle. And we didn't have a Pita Jungle in Prescott. So, but I'm looking at all the restaurants here. Okay, so everybody, I want to do a mediumship demonstration, okay? I told everybody on the Tiki-Taki, if you want to be considered, come on over. Now, let me give you the instructions, okay? I love my colors. Don't ever put any, and Penny, you'll probably notice my energy is totally different. Not totally different, but there's a lightness to my step. Don't ever put any personal details in a chat, okay? The scammers love to eat that up, and then they will write to you and say, oh, yeah, I got your mom here, blah, blah, blah. They might even show a picture of me, and that's not me. Especially on TikTok, there's over 200 scammers. Am I glowing? It might just be the light. There is something about this area that makes my heart sing. Okay, all right. Now, because I can't bring people up, YouTube keeps telling me, hey, we're going to allow you to bring people up, and they haven't changed that yet. So I need to send them an email saying, when do we get to do this? Hello, Heather. So what I want you to do, don't put anything down other than the relationship. The relationship of who you want to come through. That's it. No other details. Same thing. If you want a private session with me, all you have to do is send me an email. No details. Please don't put any personal details, okay? And Penny, I was telling them that I'm going to be doing some gallery readings here. I just haven't set that up yet. So anyway, This should be interesting. All right, so just the relationship, and we will go from there, all right? And for you members, we're going to do a members only live pretty soon, okay? You must be 18 or over to get a session. Dina. Dina, I feel you lit up for me. Dina, first of all, please in all caps put consent. Second of all, validate that you are 18 or over. Dina. Hello, Catherine. Okay, so you said grandma, is that correct? Do you see, don't put any, you guys are putting details in. Don't put any details in the chat. No dates, no years, no nothing. Okay. All right, so I wanted you to know that the energy that I'm feeling is like a mom or a grandma or an aunt. And she keeps giving me the number 7, Dina. So 7 would either be connected to grandma or to you or someone connected to you or grandma. 7 could be the 7th of a month, is somebody's birthday, anniversary crossing over, or there's a July connection. Would you understand that? I'm also being pointed to the heart, to a heart. Now, if that's your mom's birthday, okay, so grandma's acknowledging your mom's birthday. I don't know if grandma had the heart, but she is pointing to her heart. If she didn't have heart issues, she may be bringing someone forward with her that did pass from the heart, or telling me somebody on earth right now is having heart issues. Your aunt is having heart issues? Okay. So grandma's acknowledging that. They can watch to see what's going on earth. Okay. So grandma is saying aunt is having the heart issues. Okay. There is also the head. So, yes. The head would be Alzheimer's, dementia, stroke, brain tumor, aneurysm. Either someone passed from that or somebody's having that on earth right now. So the head issue. Dementia. Okay, and who's got the dementia, Dina? Or had the dementia? Grandma. Okay, so she's validating how she crossed over. Okay, thank you. There is I'm getting 2 names, Chris. Interesting, they're both with CH. I got a name saying Chris, and then I got a Chuck. Now Chuck could be Chad. So grandma's giving me Chris and Chuck. I have that sliding glass door open in there. My goodness, it's noisy. But when I shut it, you can't tell. So Chris, who's Chris? Or Chuck. So Chris could even be with a K. Who is the C name, Dina? If it's not CH, it is the C name. Now these names could be connected to someone that's living. This could be connected to a spouse. This could be connected to an ex. Or this could go way back on the other side. If it's not CH, there's a C name. I might be off on the name, but never the initial. There is a C name. There is. Let me ask Grandma a little bit more. Ah, cousin. 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 Now, this could be a cousin of Grandma. This could be one of your cousins, because it could either be living or crossed over. There's a cousin energy with the C. Write it down, Dina. I still feel like it's Chris. Okay, let's see what else we got. Your aunt's middle name is Carol. They don't normally give me middle names unless somebody went by their middle name. I do not want to make something fit. And it doesn't feel right. They hardly ever give us a middle name unless they went by the middle name. But write down the C. That may pop up and be validated later. There's also an L name. There's an L name. Linda, Larry, Lonnie, Lori, there's an L name. Cousin Larry, thank you. So what's interesting is they said cousin and then we get the L name. So there may be a C name connected to your cousin Larry. Remember I said that? There is a March connection or the number 3. March or the, and thank you guys for holding your comments. I'm going to reopen them when we're done here. There's a March connection or the number 3. 3 being, it's your sister's birthday. Okay, perfect. So Grandma's acknowledging that. Who wore the long dangly necklaces? The long dangly, like really long necklaces. That could be somebody right now, but she's showing me long necklace. There's also a P name. I need some more glasses. These are all scratched. Is the P name Grandma? Dina? And thank you guys for being patient. The answers can take a little while. Friend named Pete, thank you. Okay. The number 4. The 4th of a month is significant for birthday, anniversary, crossing over, anniversary. Somebody might have been gone 4 months, 4 years. Dad's birthday. Okay, perfect. So Grandma's bringing forward, she's showing me a smaller boat. A smaller boat. You know, like a little boat on a lake. Oh, sorry, Jess, so the Grandma was for the long necklace. It does make it difficult when we're doing chat. Thank you for that validation. Perfect. You know, like when we have a lake and there's a little boat on a lake and there's a not a harbor, but a dock. So who's connected to that smaller boat? I'm not talking about a big ship. Dad. Okay, thank you. Either somebody was in a marching band or they were in the military marching. I'm seeing marching feet. I know I was in the marching band, but I'm seeing marching feet, either in a marching band or military marching. Dad? Okay. Military, was he military or was it more marching band from high school? Gotcha. Military, okay. I'm being shown a clock and it says 9 o'clock. It's a clock and it says 9 o'clock. Either somebody was born at 9 o'clock, passed at 9 o'clock, or there's something about the 9th of a month or September, because September is the 9th month, but I'm actually seeing 9 o'clock on a clock. And sometimes you got to write that down, because sometimes somebody go, oh, so-and-so passed at 9 o'clock, or they were born on 9 o'clock, or there's a 9 connection, anniversary maybe. Okay, write that down. They don't cuss on the other side, really. They don't have any need to. But I heard this very clearly. Someone on earth connected to you or someone else, and excuse my words, but this is what's being put in here. Somebody recently had a clusterfuck situation. Sorry, YouTube, I'm just trying to relay what I'm hearing. So somebody's had some kind of situation, and that's what they call it. Like, oh my God, a clusterfuck. They might be in it now, or maybe they just got out of it. I got to give what I hear. Just write that down. Somebody in the family might be, maybe you don't know it yet. Let me see if there's anything else. These are just little demonstrations. Grandma came through pretty strong for you right now. Oh, interesting. Okay, she says it's tea time. It's tea time. Either that has something to do with being a teetotaler or golfing. All I heard is it's tea time. She liked tea. Perfect. Now, Dina, I want to thank your grandma for coming through. I want to thank your guides and angels. I want to thank my guides and angels. I want to thank you for coming in. I hope this brought you some comfort. I hope it helped you. Comments are back to being open, everybody. Yeah, let's send her some love. Good, good. I'm going to be pulling 4 cards. What's the message? They don't always give us a message, B. Jackson. These are validating evidence that Grandma continues on in the afterlife. We don't always get a message. We don't always get a message. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull cards by age. Do I sometimes? Yep, sometimes they have messages. I mean, this message was like somebody was having a clusterfuck. So that was kind of like Grandma's been watching and somebody's going through something. Sometimes there are warnings. They don't always give warnings. They don't always. I love it when they can pop in and give current information. You know, somebody else asked me, like, I want a message. Well, maybe there's no message. Maybe these are just validations of continuation. These are messages of continuation and validating evidence that no one else would know. Okay? All right. So members are going to get an extra card pull. And I'm going to pull cards by age groups because we have our own journey to travel. That is correct. When somebody says, will grandma talk about my health? No. No. Sometimes they will say somebody's having some issue here and they've already got a doctor's appointment, and please don't cancel. Make sure you go to the doctor's appointment. Okay? That's important, but they don't really talk about health. They don't talk a lot about the future because we'll miss something really important. Yes, I'm a very proud grandmother. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to pull 4 cards. In fact, they know that I don't want to talk about pregnancy, health, fertility. I'm not God, and I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a medical medium. All right. If you are 18 to 30, this is going to be your card from the Soul's Journey Oracle. I'm going to pull the 4 cards. If you connect to a card that is not your age, take it. Who am I to say? All right. 18 to 30, this is your card. And then members, we got members. 53. Yeah, I'm 71. I'll be 72 in January. 18 to 30, this is your card. I am going to have a TikTok 5-year anniversary live because around Thanksgiving I was with TikTok for 5 years. Okay, boundless potential. This is my favorite color. Boundless potential. Look for sanctuary within you. You have boundless potential. Look for sanctuary within you. All right, 31 to 50. Here we go. 31 to 50. We might do another mediumship. I'm waiting to see what Spirit has in mind. 31 to 50. Attend to your spiritual needs. Attend to your spiritual needs. Create a more prosperous life. Yeah, that's a long time of being on the ticky-tacky. 5 years. When I moved up to Prescott, that's when I started TikTok. So attend to your spiritual needs. Create a more prosperous life. Thank you, Jess. I know Margie's thumbs are hurting here. All right, 51 to 70. 51 to 70. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Release perfection and strive for excellence. Release perfection and strive for excellence. All right, 71, that's me. I'm in this old lady group. 71 all the way up to the oldest living person on earth, who is Ethel Caterham. She is 116 years old from the UK. So 71 all the way up to Ethel. Let's see what we got. Peace of mind. I'm working on it. Peace of mind. Seek satisfaction beyond frustration. And being in this new surroundings is doing a whole lot for my peace of mind. Okay? Now, members. For those of you who wonder who the members are, they have a star next to their name. Members get extra perks. They get extra card draws. Every other month, one of my members will receive a free mediumship. They get their own lives, and they're on an email list. So it's pretty cool. No, we're going to do the members now. I always like to do the members after I do the groups of 4. I'm beyond happy. I never thought, and then when you move back and you're in a beautiful area, then it struck me that I wasn't really very happy anymore in Prescott. I didn't know. I was 5 years as a volunteer park ranger. It's time for a change. All right, Katie Bug, this is your card. Katie, inner call. I think you've gotten this card a little bit. Inner calling, you're having an internal shift and you are awakening to a greater sense of purpose. Okay? Margie's putting the names out, okay? Margie's shooting me the names. Who's next, Miss Margie? I know that card has popped up so many times. Rhonda. My friends from Maui like to call me Ranger Rhonda. I don't know why they do that. Wow, you got the same card. There is an internal shift, awakening to a greater sense of purpose. Wow, could be a theme tonight. Louise, here we go. Hello, Laura, welcome in. Louise. Let's see what we got. Strength, courage and fortitude, compassion and growth. Louise, you have all the strength you need right now. All right, Lucy, here we go. Lucy. If you're interested in becoming a member, pretty reasonable. Lucy, exploration. Openness to new experiences. Follow where curiosity leads. Follow where curiosity, go and explore. All right, Letty, here we go, Letty. Hello, Tish. Letty, this one's for you. Partnership. Co-create, collaborate, support, union. Something about co-creating going on. All right, who's after Letty? Tish. Okay, here we go. Don't forget, I'll be back here on Thursday night, 6 o'clock. The Magician. Focused, empowered creativity, resourcefulness, manifesting. You are the Magician. All right, Kathy. The wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune, a change in circumstances, a new cycle. Change in circumstances, a new cycle. I'm assuming Jess is next, is that correct? Jess, Maud extraordinaire. All right, Jess. Oh, you have the strength card. Courage and fortitude, compassion and growth. You have all the strength and the courage you need right now. Okay? All right, Margie. Don't forget, y'all, if you want a private session, email me. I'll get back to you. Margie, wow, you have the inner calling. An internal shift. You are awakening to a greater sense of purpose, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. All right, so, big hugs to you, Letty. Level up, yep. All right, let's see what card is for me. Stagnation, nope. That's not me. Stuck in an unproductive cycle. inaction, holding back growth. This is a reminder to me that that's what was happening in Prescott. By coming here, I got rid of that stagnation. Because I'm not stagnant right now. Hell no, I'm wide open. So I will take that. I was stagnant. I didn't realize. Let's do one more mediumship demonstration. Y'all, I don't ever charge when I go live. I always do this from my heart. I never charge. I made a promise to God I would give back in service. But, you know, energy exchange is nice. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, keep us updated, Letty. I'm going to do another mediumship. All right, so everybody, as I said before, just put the relationship of who you want to connect with. I want to see what Spirit has in mind. We're going to do a quick little demonstration. All right, let's go Christy Bannon. All right, everyone, hold up for just a moment. Christy, if you could please, in all caps, give me consent and validate. Everybody just hold up the comments. Christy has been chosen by Spirit. So I need to see the word consent and validate that you are 18 or over. Thank you guys for holding those comments, okay? Oh, it hid her consent. How weird is that? Okay, I want you to know that I do have an older gentleman energy here. I do not know if it's father, grandfather, or an uncle. I am getting a sudden passing. This male is talking about a sudden passing. Not expected, sudden passing. Let me see if you can understand that. Do you understand? Does that make sense to you? That is weird. Okay, we trust that you're consenting. So there's something about a sudden passing. Now, this male energy could be talking about someone else that he's bringing through with him, but somebody had a sudden passing. You understand that? Okay. Was that father, Christy? Thank you. Okay. So father's validating his sudden passing. He's also given me October as being significant. October birthday anniversary crossing over, or October is the 10th month, so it could be a 10. Like somebody's birthday might be the 10th. Somebody might have been gone 10 years, 10 months. There's October or the number 10. Thank you guys for just hanging tight with me, okay? So the month of October is significant. When they give me that information, it could be for somebody that's on the other side or still living, okay? So there's an October connection or the number 10. And also, I'm hearing a son's birthday is the 10th. Okay, thank you. So Father is acknowledging the birthday. Perfect, on the 10th. There's a number 16 also. The number 16. Hello, Martha. I'm right in the middle of a session. Welcome in. The number 16. So somebody might have been 16 when somebody passed. Somebody's turning 16. The 16th of a month might be significant. Now, every once in a while, I want you to think about this. Sometimes the 16 is January 6th because of the 1 and the 6. Somebody might have been gone. Think about, write down the 16. Could have been gone 16 years, 16 months. Someone themselves might have been 16 when somebody passed. So write down the number 16, or it could be January 6th because of the 1 and the 6. There's an RO name. There is an RO. It has to be January 6th. It can't just be January, Christy. The 1 and the 6. If you can say January 6th, I would take that. You don't want to make anything fit. That's not what we do here. But who's the RO name? That dad name is Robert. Thank you. Perfect. I'm hearing, sounds like I'm hearing Casey. Casey? There's a CA name. Casey, Cassie. There's a CA name. Yeah, that's coming through pretty strong for you, Christy. Casey, Cassie, Kathy. There's a CA name. Oh, there you go. Carrie is your sister. Okay, perfect. Dad's acknowledging that. He's also showing me, who's the electrician? Now, if there's not an electrician in the family, he's showing me electrical work, like somebody might have recently had electrical work, okay? So welcome everybody that's new, just hold those comments. I'm right in the middle of a session. So there's an electrician in the family, or somebody just had some electrical work done, or you're scheduling to have some electrical work done. Ooh, Jess hit that person pretty fast. Is there someone in the family that might be going to electrician school? Somebody might have remodeled a house where they had to rewire the electrical. Write that down, Christy, okay? I'm just seeing an electrician working on an outlet. Okay, there's also the month of May or the number 5. The month of May or the number 5. Fifth of a month is significant. Somebody's been gone 5 years, 5 months. Somebody might be, my kids both born in May. Okay, so grandpa's acknowledging that. I mean, your father. It'd be grandpa to them. Okay. Let me see what father. He's showing me a hammer and nails. So, we have the electrician, and now he's showing me hammer and nails. Somebody might be in construction. Somebody might have recently been working and hammering nails. It could be a metaphor. That was something I was kind of feeling for a moment there. You know, pound it in. You've got to pound that into you so you get it through your thick skull. Pound that in. So it's either something having to do with using the hammer and the nails in construction, or he's talking about something metaphorically. Got to hammer that in. We got to pound that into your head. So just think of the emotional aspect. He might have been the kind of person that says, I'm going to pound that into your head until you get it. That's okay, Christy, write that down. Now, this is just a little mini session. I hope that it helped you. I hope it brought you some comfort. I want to thank your father for popping in. I want to thank, and write those things down. You know how many times I get emails saying, oh, we figured something out. And I want to thank your guides and angels. I want to thank my guides and angels. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Comments are back to being open. You're welcome. Like I said, they're not going to bring something forward that you can't validate. Okay? And maybe you have to talk to somebody. Hello, Ashley. Did you get lots of postcards, Jess? Yeah? Yeah? Thank you, Martha. Yeah, I wonder why everybody's popping on. I've been on here a whole hour. We don't change daylight savings time here in Arizona. Well, they do on the Navajo reservation, but we don't change here in Arizona if we're not on the Navajo reservation. So everybody, hopefully you'll get all right. Yeah, what did I do to my arm? I moved. I moved is what I did, and I moved, and I'm unpacking. Now, I don't know what members, thank you, Danny. I barely can hit a wall, and I have bruises. So who needs card? Who didn't get a card? Okay, Ashley, let me put, these are members that popped in late, so I'm going to try to give them a card. So Ashley, here we go. This is your card. Stillness. Stillness. A period of rest and inactivity. Go within for the answers you seek. Okay? Chris MH, this is your card. Sorry you guys missed most of it. Why Raven why is everybody coming in after I've been on an hour? You guys, maybe your time zones have changed. Chris MH, we'll get her going. Inner calling. You're having an internal shift. You're awakening to a greater sense of purpose. Okay? And Martha, here we go. Martha. Are you guys popping in thinking that my time zone has changed? Transition. Transition. Natural progression of change. Realignment, release. Realignment, release, transition. And Raven. It's almost 7 p.m. my time. You came on as soon as I saw it. Interesting. All right. Raven, here's your card. Karma. Karma, karma. Cause and effect. Balance of energies. Cause and effect. Karma. There's good karma and there's not so good karma. So good karma is a wonderful thing as well. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So everybody, I'm going to hop off. I'll be back here on Thursday. If you are looking for a private session, email me. I opened up my November. I have a couple openings on Wednesday, November 19th, coming up in a couple days. I have my Zoom group. I have a Zoom group also happening on December 13th on a Saturday. That'll be 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. You know, the energy shifted for me and I'm not quite sure what's happening, but it's all, you'll be better on Thursday. Hey, y'all, it's going to take a little time, I think. That I was wondering why everybody waited an hour to show up. I think it's because the time zone changes, and that's okay. Moderators, you know how much I love you. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you got to say hi as well. So everyone, let's pull us all a final card. And remember, not only be kind to others, but include yourself in the kindness. And this is something to focus on for the rest of the week. Strength for all of us. This is collective for all of us. Remember how strong you are. Courage and fortitude, compassion and growth. Raven, I got to talk to my mods. We will get it figured out pretty soon. We're going to do a members only. I'm sorry you guys have missed. We need to figure out when we're going to do a members only. We'll get it figured out. Hello, hello. So everybody have a great evening or morning, depending on where you're at. I'm going to say good night and I'll be back. Bye. Whoop, 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 whoop. It is not, there we go.